Ajay Devgn, I owe you an apology. I saw Singham slapped and I made fun of you and said you were a terrible actor and that you had no future in this. And I was completely wrong. I ate crow, which is an American term, for when you've been proven wrong that it's forced down your throat in an embarrassing fashion. What am I referring to?
We just finished watching, I think it's called Drishyam.
What?
I think that's how you pronounce it. Wow. What a great movie. So it gets 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb and 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's certified fresh.
That is certified fresh. Okay, so this is the first time that I've ever watched an Ajay Devgn movie. And I loved it. That was so good. We knew that he would get away with it. I mean, I don't think that was a surprise that he got away with it. But he did confess.
Yes, he did.
He confessed, thus clearing his conscience.
Clearing his family.
Clearing his family. But they did get away with it.
They got away with it.
Now, let me say, his wife, Nandini, I think was her name, Nandini, and
I liked her.
Oldest daughter, Anju, their biggest mistake was that when Sam comes to their house, okay, first off, don't let the guy in, okay? You don't let him in. You don't buy into his little phony threats, and if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Don't buy into it. But they did. They bought into it. And then they're begging for mercy from this little scumbag, okay? He's a total scumbag. He's a depraved pervert, okay? And he never said, but it's clearly implied that he wants to rape either Anju and or Nandini.
Yes.
And that's his plan if they want to keep this video that he took secret. If they want to keep it secret and don't let it get out, that they should do what he wants. And it's implied that he wants to rape them.
Yes.
And so they accidentally kill him. Okay? So mistake number 2. Just go to the police and say it was an accident. The dude came here to rape us. We were trying to get his phone. We accidentally hit him in the head with this pipe.
Or you pull off the perfect crime.
Which is only done in movies.
I don't. Well,
it's
you know how many
done in
perfect
movies.
Crimes I've pulled off?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Know why? You know
Okay.
why you don't know? Because they
Right.
were perfect.
Yeah,
Nobody
okay.
knows, dude.
I thought.
I'm just saying.
I thought when we watched
JFK
Airlift,
assassination. I'm just saying.
you weren't even born then.
Minor detail.
You weren't even
minor
born
detail.
then.
Minor
I
detail.
mean, seriously, it was 7 years before you were born.
Minor detail. I still pulled it off.
Anyhow,
That's how good I
listen,
am. I pulled that off,
you
dude.
Need to stop. This is a movie
I wasn't
review.
even born yet, and I pulled that off.
This is a movie review. Shall we do it this way? Don't make me go Mira on you. Don't make me be IG Mira and put you back there and string you up and start having people slap you and beat
Yes.
you. Okay?
Have
So,
the Indian dude come slap me. I'll tell you what.
how many slaps is
I'm
he
too
gonna
American,
do?
dude. I get a couple of those slaps, and then
Yeah,
at some point I'm
no.
taking him down.
Yeah,
I'm grabbing the legs, and down goes. What was his name?
Okay, well, if you would stop and let me finish, I was going to get to that. So I thought when we saw Airlift that Mr. George was one of the worst
Unlikable
human beings,
characters, right? This guy was
unlikable characters
worse.
that I've ever seen. This Guy Tande, oh my gosh.
I'd take him down.
Guy Tande.
Guy Tande.
I could not wait for him to get his.
He hits little girls.
He chokes the women. He slaps the little girl. He's getting ready to put a boot on her face. Are you kidding me? No,
Indian lives
no,
matter.
No. I was so outraged at that. Absolutely outraged.
As co-protector of India, I would have whooped him. I would have just taken my
and
belt off
what's up
and
with
whooped
Mira's
him.
husband that he's just standing back there just allowing this to go on? Are you
He's
kidding
not a
me?
police officer. He's a businessman.
Well, who cares when you see women and children getting roughed up by male police officers? Come on, grow a spine, get a backbone.
Well, he didn't have it because you saw how he raised Sam.
Yes, apparently not. So I was happy to see Guy Tande got his. He got beat up by the crowd, which was great. I would have loved to have seen some women in there getting some licks in too, because he was, beating on women and little kids. But yeah, then, he got suspended. IG Mira got suspended. Indefinitely. What a great film. I mean, the way that he wove this whole plot together, it was brilliant.
So the film starts off with him sitting in jail and the guy telling the story about what happened. So
he's not sitting in jail. He's at the police station. We assumed at the beginning.
We assume, you're right.
That he's going to jail.
We assume that he's going to jail, and then you're hearing what happened and how this tragedy, what he has done.
Right.
And what it started off with is really hearsay.
Exactly.
It's hearsay because, you watch this film, and I think how they went about it, telling the story, was so many twists and turns, and what about that? And he's just working his way through it, and you see how he tells the story and how it's going, and then you see how Myrna is, as she's investigating, she's laying out her theory, and she's right on her theory, but he has the facts and all the evidence and all the stuff on his side, and you see all that going up, and then it dawned on me with the little girl, Anu. When Anu was in there, he knew she was going to break, and so I thought, well, maybe what it's up is he'll just confess to it and leave everybody out of it. And then when she said, "I'll show you where the body is," and we were like, wait a minute, I bet you he moved the body. We started he must have moved the body, but we didn't see that in the story. Oh man, it was so good.
And so we thought that they were going to uncover just the big pile of compost.
Right.
But in fact, it was a dead dog.
Was it dead dog?
Which is, still, that's great.
And did you see how everybody turned around and looked at him?
Yes, because they knew. And here's the irony.
That I'm also a fourth grade dropout?
No, you're not. Guy Tande was actually telling the truth, okay?
But he's a crooked cop.
Mira knew the real story, but she's also a crooked cop. And so VJ and his family literally get away with murder, and you're rooting for them because they're actually the good guys.
Yes.
His daughter has been spied on, and inappropriate video has been taken of her by the corrupt IG's perverted, depraved son. And so you're rooting for this family because they found themselves in just the worst tragedy. This was an accidental death. They didn't actually murder him. It was an accidental death. And so, over here that might be considered manslaughter. And so you want them to beat the system because the system is totally corrupt. And so it's a fluke that Guy Tande and IG Mira actually know what happened and they're telling the truth. It's a total fluke because typically they're all about setting people up and beating people up and framing people. And
look how big my head looks.
So here they
compared
actually
to yours.
know
My
the
head
real
looks
story,
huge.
But they can't get away with it. They can't prove it. They don't have the evidence that they need, and so they lose. And then in the very end, he's able to get it all off his chest
in a way that you can't convict him of anything.
Exactly.
I spoke in generalities.
It was almost like he was speaking in a parable.
Yes.
Yep.
Parable.
He's just kind of giving a story, and he gets it off his chest, and they know what he's talking about, and he knows what he's talking about. But there's no way that that they can charge him with anything, and so he and his family are safe. And then to top it all off, when he's telling the police officer at the end that the police will continue to protect us, that was a play on words because the very fact that the body is buried underneath the police station
will continue to protect us.
Yes, exactly. Because they'll never find out.
They'll never find. You're right. You will protect us because your building is sitting on the body.
Exactly. Yep.
And
exactly.
you'll never find it ever.
That was amazing.
Do you know what the moral of this story is?
Don't be a disgusting pervert and don't be a corrupt cop.
Watch all of our videos and get away with murder. That is the moral of the story. If you watch Movie Community College, this was a movie. This guy got away with murder because he watched movies. You are attending Movie Community College, you get away with anything. I got away with the
Yeah.
JFK assassination.
I don't really think
Nobody
that
ever,
that's the
you know,
moral
all
of
I
the
got to
story.
say is,
No.
it was 7 years before I was born. People just, I'm off the hook, dude. You too can learn these skills here.
You're not off the hook, you're off the rails, okay? You have gone off the rails.
Oh,
So,
shorty.
reel it back in.
We're getting close to final exams.
Well, that will actually come in 3 months.
Yes, final
So,
exams. Watch all the videos. Be
Yes.
ready to go.
Yeah, we'll have to put together a list of questions.
Yes.
Like, what is the professor's
Like
nickname?
how does the professor
What
rock the body?
nickname do
He rocks the body.
I
Look at that
call
head
the
movement.
Professor. That's one. Would you agree?
Look at that. It looks like a cartoon. Look at that. Look at that.
This is the reason why many of our Indian friends say that the professor is like a little child, and that I function as the mother figure.
That's right, India.
This is why they say
The mother
that.
figure that's my slave.
No, absolutely not. No, don't. Like I said earlier, don't make me go IG Mira on you,
Whatever.
okay?
I'm AJ
Yeah.
Devgn. I'll get away
I'll
with
go
it, and then
Gaitande.
I'll give you the Singham
No,
slap
I'll go
on your
Gaitande
butt.
on
I'll
you.
bend her over my
No.
knee. Singham slap.
No, we've also had some Indian friends weigh in and telling you that you better not even think about trying to put me over your knee to spank me. Don't worry, our
But she
Indian
wants
friends.
it.
No, he can't do it. It's not allowable, so don't worry about it. This wraps up this. Oh, we can't wrap it up. Yeah, we have to give it a final grade. What's your final grade?
Gang signs, yo. Gangs. A
Oh
plus
my
plus plus
gosh.
plus plus
Wow.
plus 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 plus. This was good.
It was an A, absolutely an A.
And just an A?
That was great.
What the heck's wrong with
There's
you?
no such thing as A plus 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 plus. That's a fake
What are you
grade.
It says who?
That's a fake grade.
Not
You
at Movie
never-
Community College. It's not.
Listen,
A plus 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 plus
you
plus
never
plus plus
got
plus
a
plus.
grade that was A plus 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 plus. You got A minus, you got A plus, but there's nothing beyond A plus. So
You know, people often tell me I look like AJ Devgn.
yeah, pretty sure you're just making that up because other than the fact that you both have brown eyes, nope.
I am a transracial Indian. White on the
Rachel
outside,
Dolezal. For our Indian
dark on
friends
the
who don't know
inside.
who Rachel Dolezal is,
I am a reverse cupcake, a treat for your eyes and ears.
For our Indian friends who do not know who Rachel Dolezal is, look her up on the internet. Her last name is Dolezal. This is a white woman who wants to identify as black. And so she refers to herself as transracial. And that's why Jeremy is now referring to himself as transracial.
The real thing. It's on the internet.
So if everything's on the internet, you just believe it? You believe
Just saying.
everything you see on the
Just
internet?
saying. Russia does.
Yeah, but you are not ridiculous, so don't act ridiculous.
Okay.
You should never believe everything just because it's on the internet.
Okay, time to go to bed, India. We love you. We'll have a Navaran episode 2 this weekend where the Warrior Queen will tell you in Hindi how great I am.
I don't think that's what I'm going to be talking about. Please subscribe to our channel.